Hi everybody, this is Dave with Growing the Home Garden in Troy-Bilt, and I'm here to show you today a little bit about how to divide your irises. It's that time in Tennessee where the irises have ceased their blooming, they've put on some new energy, they've got some growth and foliage, and we need to take them out and divide them. This little area over here has a bunch of fragrant irises that I'm going to take out. There were originally only 2 or 3 of them, and they've really gotten big, and I've got to start dividing them and get some more space out here for some other things. So here's what I'm going to do. I just take out my shovel and dig outside a good several inches, being careful not to damage the rhizome. Now, irises are pretty tough, so they can take a little bit of rough treatment here. Once I've loosened them up and removed them from the soil, I have a clump sort of like this. So I just take away any of the weeds that might be around it, kind of break up the soil a little bit. And then I look to see some of the old material right here toward the center, and I see some spots where maybe there might have been some borer damage or some possible rot issues, and I'm not going to keep those parts. I'm going to separate them out. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to gently break this rhizome away. See a little snap, and I inspect each one of these for any kind of damage, for things that shouldn't be there, like I said, the borers, which tend to be one of the bigger pests for the irises. I'm just going to separate these out, and sometimes when they get up real close, you got to use something a little more sharp than just breaking them off. A lot of people will tell you to use a knife. You can do that if you want to. The easy ones come apart very nicely. Piece of cake. So you just keep breaking it away until you get to the part that was the original section of iris. And that part you're actually going to throw away because it has been spent. This part here doesn't have much to it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Just kind of break away the soil so I can see what I have left and make sure that there aren't any insect damage parts. Just like that. Now, after I've got those done, I'm going to come back set of pruners, and I'm going to cut back this foliage pretty severely. Probably about 6 inches, maybe more, depending on the foliage itself. It's good to have a nice sharp pair of pruners for this. Mine aren't. I should do better with that. Anyway, so there is one division. That's ready to go, be planted in a new spot somewhere else in the garden, or a couple of these could be planted back into where I was before. I'll just go through, I'll cut away any scapes completely, and then trim all these leaves and the foliage all the way back. That will help trigger new branching and new growth from the leaves for next year. Here you can see all the new irises that I've got made from those divisions I was just doing. There's quite a few there. It's very easy to get a whole lot of them to do a new garden, give to people, or put them right back where they are, where they're cleaned out. Now, why might you want to divide irises? Well, sometimes they get a little tight together as they grow and they start developing things like fungal leaf spot, which you can see a little bit of that in these leaves here. There's just not enough airflow around the leaves to prevent the funguses from forming on it. So by dividing them out, thinning them out, and spreading them out a little bit later, you can help to reduce that. you also might want to just move them. That's the case in this garden, which used to be a bird bath garden, and it's kind of been taken over by a lot of the foliage from some salvias, a butterfly bush, and the irises. They've squeezed out several other plants that were growing here. So it's time to move some things, time to divide them. So this has been Dave from Growing the Home Garden and the Troy-Bilt Saturday 6. Thanks for watching.